This conference will now be recorded.
Hi guys, good evening. This is Suresh here.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening, Suresh.
Yeah, good evening guys. Good evening one and all. Okay, so guys, in our session yesterday, we have been discussing on the permissioning part. So the way how the concept of the role-based permissions work in success factors. So using the two things, which is the permission groups, permission roles. So using that, the way how we actually built the permissioning model. So what does a role mean? The groups mean? How do we create the roles? How do we create the groups? All this is various things that we have been actually looking at. And in our session today, we are going to look towards few more options under the introduction to mastery level area. So that is under the success factors platform specific. Few more areas that we are required to know in handling the success factors system, look and feel, the themes, email notification settings, all such different options. Okay. So let me just take you to the system back. But before that, any specific questions from anyone in the yesterday's concept of the role-based permissions? Okay. So before we get started, guys, let me just take an intro from one of our new participants. Hi, Vandana. Good evening. Vandana, I'm not able to hear you. I see you have unmuted your device. I just need 2 lines intro from you, Vandana. What's your current experience and expertise into? Okay, Vandana, looks like you have some issue with your audio. So if that's the case, please type your intro in the chat area. I'll just look into that and also get your audio issue corrected. Okay. So guys, getting started with today's content. So one thing to be seeing here is, first I want to show you the options with respect to for the users, what we are able to load and create in the system. We are able to handle the permissioning part of that. So how do we assign the permissionings for all that users? The permissioning role-based permissions concept we saw yesterday. Apart from that, here we have these few options to be first covered. How do we send the first initial welcome mail to the users? Okay, that is welcome mail to sharing them their user ID and password to log into the success factor system with the URL and all. So that is what we'll be now looking at here first. So if we just go under this set user welcome mail in the admin center, so here is a place where there will be standard success factors pre-delivered email subject and email body, like welcome to success factors. Even in the body, again, the first line, welcome to success factors. Your login information is username. So whatever is the username that we have already kept in that basic import file and we loaded. So that is a username that the system will automatically pick for which employee you are generating this, you are triggering this welcome mail. That employee's username is what system will automatically pick from the system. That is here. This is a token of it. It will dynamically get populated and it will give you an option like set please use the below URL to set your password. That system will send one dynamic URL where using that URL the user can set his own password for the success factors login for the first time, and every time with that credentials he can log in. So it's not that we are going to give them any password. Only the username is what we share it to them, and the password they can set themselves with a dynamically generated URL that will be sent to them. So like this, if there are 1,000 employees in the company, on the launching day, that is on the date of go live, if the customer is releasing the system to all the 1,000 employees in the company, then we have this option where you can just click on all employees. It's all employees, where if you just click on send system message, it will go for everybody in the company at once. That is one way. Or else whenever there is in after the go live, whenever there are new employees joining in, today there are two employees joined, tomorrow there are 3 more people, like that every day whenever there is a new joining. So here coming under the second option, send a system message by user. Send system message by user is a second option, where here you will have an options to search by even individual employee level one by one. You can say, example, if you want to trigger this welcome email for my ID, that is Anya Singh SF admin ID, can you just search for that user. So the Anya Singh's record will come here at the bottom. I just have to select that user record and click on the send system message as a button. Just select that user's checkbox and click on send system message. Like this, we can send it either by individual user level, or you want to do it on all employees in the company, or department wise or location wise. If you want to filter and send it, the options, you can send the system message so that this is a welcome mail that will give the credentials of respective users on their email ID, such that they can start logging into the SuccessFactors system. Okay, so these are the built-in options, guys. We need not configure anything. It's all about usage. It's all about using it. If you want to make any changes in the content, yes, of course, the company specific, if they want to add some additional lines in this and they want to uh, make this content of the email more creative kind of, they can still add some content. But whatever content they add, now when they click on system message, only for this turn it will be there. If you once again if you once again open this tool next time, again the default text will come back. Again the default text. If you see, I just reloaded the page, again the default text came back. Okay, so standard default text only will come up. If your customer wants to have a different text, every time they have to enter that text and they have to send out the system messages. So very rarely customers will ask us for a different text. If they want a different text, the only option is build your own text, save it on your drive, save it on your own laptop. So whenever you want to send it out, replacing this, whatever additional text that you want to have, so place that text here, copy paste it from your local copy of your inbox, and from there you can schedule it. So this is how we recommend, where SF has not given an option to completely change the template. This is a standard template in which if whenever you want, you can make the changes and trigger it. So that is how we have the option to send the welcome mails both by user level and even at a group level. Straightforward. And then coming back to the admin center. So here at the bottom, under the manage employee section, the second section, apart from welcome mail, you have another option called resetting user passwords, guys. That is, if there is any person who has forgot his password, if he is approaching you for password resetting as an administrator or as a consultant, or anybody coming to the administrator basically saying that I forgot my password, the admin can help with this option, reset user password, where here we can have three different options. First one is, the first two options are basically resetting individual user password. That is individually for one employee. If you want to reset the password, the first two options. The last option is for a group of users at a time, for a bunch of users if you want to reset the password. So that will never be the case. So this is never used in the real time. So this is not required. The first two options are something that will be more useful. So the first time is a welcome mail that you will send for bulk of users. After that, anybody changing their anybody forgetting their password, it will be an individual user to user case. So then you can go for this user based. Where in the first one, user level, it is with supplied password. So we are helping the candidate with the default password, that is called supplied password. Where now if you want to reset my password, we just go for SF admin. So here at the bottom, you can just search my record, and here you can type some new password. You can give some new password, whatever you want to set a default password, say default 123, something you can set it, and you can reset the password. So new password, confirm password. As an administrator, you are required to type something and save it, and out of the system you are required to inform the candidate that, so this is the password that I have set for you. Now you can log in and change your password as per your wish. So that is one way. With a supplied password, we are setting some default password and giving it to the candidate. That is one way. Or else the second option we have, reset individual user password, where here we don't have a default password, we are not setting anything. In this option, you again search for that user. In this option, if you see, it did not give me an option to type the password, new password, confirm password and all. It is just saying reset selected user's password. So here, if I click on reset selected user's password, system will trigger an email to this concerned employee's email ID. Normally, whenever we forget our Facebook password or Gmail password and all. So the way how we go for forgot email and we get a email, when we click on forgot password, we get an email on our inbox. Similar way, here, if you just click on this as an administrator, this employee called Anya Singh, for whatever is her email ID maintained in the system, to that email ID there will be a link sent, so that clicking on that link, he or she can set their own password. So it is not admin setting some password and giving it, the individual can reset their own password. So password reset link is what you are sending through this. So that are the couple of options we have. So individual user passwords, or even you have this individual user password as a individual setting by himself, or even setting it a default password and sending it out. So both the options are available. Okay. Yeah, Poonam, any question from your end?
Yeah. Is there any automated option? I mean, this is, let's say, whenever a user requests to reset the password, is there any option users can themselves from the login screen click on some button, they can get the default password and they can reset it themselves?
Absolutely. If you have access to your SuccessFactors login that was given to you, you can see that. Have the option. Let me just log out of the system and see it there. On the home page, just beside the place where you are entering your password, you have a forgot password as an option. The same way how we get a link here, if you just click on this question mark icon, this is a forgot password. Same like any Facebook, LinkedIn, or your banking sites, anywhere, the way how you reset your password whenever you forget it. Similar way, when you click on this, system will ask you to enter your username. Enter your username, that is your login name, and click on reset. To your email address, system will even send you a link with which you can actually reset your password. Okay, just type in, say example, if I am ID or my password, sfadmin is my ID. I click on reset. To my email ID, what has been present in the system will send me a password reset URL using which I can set my password.
Okay, thank you.
So if there are some cases, guys, so there are some companies actually where they didn't give the official email address to the company, to the employees. Practically, there are few companies in the market where they give the email IDs to only one set of people. For others, they don't have any official email IDs kind of. So for them, when this password reset option doesn't work, okay, company did not give the email. So when they click on forget password, system doesn't have a destination place where the email has to go. So these kinds of mails should not be sent to the personal email IDs. In that case, the administrator, they have to approach the admin the way how we saw in the system. Admin can reset the password and give it to them instead of this URL option. They can so use this supply password, so they can set some default password and give it to the candidate. Some Middle East countries and all, they follow this way. They don't want to spend budget on all the employees email IDs. Okay, so there will be people who will be working on long-term contracts for 2 years, 3 years contracts. So for who are working on these contracts and all, they don't give official email IDs kind of. In such cases, they can use this admin side of resetting password instead of user directly resetting his own password, because that cannot be sent to any email ID. Okay, so that is the way how we have this options of welcome and the password reset, guys.
Suresh,
Yeah, Rupa.
I'm facing this issue of invalid login and password when I'm trying to log in, the system. So can you just reset for me?
No. Are you able to see the login screen, Rupa?
Yeah.
So once you log in with ID and password, you're facing the issue?
Yeah, invalid user or invalid password. That is a message coming in the evening. Afternoon, I was getting some error which I sent across to you WhatsApp here, right? So now I'm getting a different error.
Okay, so the error what you have faced is due to SuccessFactors server issue. They are under some maintenance at that point of time. But if now if you get this username and password issue, then you might have missed your password. I have to reset and confirm you. After the session, I'll do that. Okay.
Please, yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Please make a note of your passwords, guys. Don't forget your passwords. Okay. So that's about these two options. And next important here is at every user login level, even in your all your current IDs also, on the right hand top corner when you click on this icon, guys, username icon, here you see this option called proxy now. Proxy now. So this proxy now is a feature that will be actually a very beneficial feature that will help us to log in into any other employee's account in the system. So this is a feature that will be normally given to only the consultants and the administrators in the real time. A general every employee in the company will not get it. A very limited set of people will be given this authorization, proxy now. Where, say if I want to open anybody's account, so I'm in the login of Anya Singh. If I want to go into an account of somebody called Alex, without entering his ID, password, anything, just by searching for selecting that user, now the system will reload and show me his login as if I logged in account with his ID and password. It will show me his login now. So this is the current login where this belongs to completely Mr. Alex. The data, whatever you see here, okay, all these styles, whatever information you see here, when you go for this employee file, that is the profile whose profile you see here is all Alex profile. It's not Anya Singh's profile. Now the system will get loaded with Mr. Alex profile. So all the data what you see here, everything, the to-do list level, any pending items, all belongs to Mr. Alex. Okay, so that is whenever an administrator has want to go into anybody's login and do some activities on the actual employee's behalf due to any reason. For example, that employee is on long vacation, sorry, or he might be on some business travels, okay, where we can't ask him to log in and do it into the system. He's not having access to the system due to any reason, but we are required to close some activities from the employee login quickly, any pending approvals or any data change for his subordinates, anything. So when the super administrator in the company has to take control of somebody else's account, without even the option of ID and password, they can just use this proxy now as an option and they can log in into anybody's account, guys. So this is a super admin feature only that will not be given to any general employees because it's all about the data privacy issues that will come in. So you can't log in into anybody's other employees profile and see their data. So it's something at a super admin level only, it will be restricted. And we as a consultants, we'll also have it. So that's that. It's all about a permission activation in our roles, in our admin roles, like EC consultant role, PMGM consultant roles, whatever we create. In that, we will assign that permission for proxy also, a proxy functionality, where this will be very much useful for us at a consulting level, such that whenever we are doing any configurations, we want to test the workflows. That is, so employee initiated something, it went for manager, from there it went to HR, from HR to HOD. So kind of workflows, kind of anything, you have to test it. So instead of logging out from one ID and logging into other ID multiple times, you can use this proxy option and you can switch between the IDs from employee to manager, manager to HR logins. Just with a proxy, you can switch between the logins. Instead of logging out again, I entering the other user ID password, logging in, log out, log in, multiple IDs. This is a very easy feature that we can actually make use of, guys. Proxy now as a functionality. Okay, so once you are done with whatever changes you are supposed to do, so you can just click on become self and come back to your own login. So here it shows as Anya Singh on behalf of Alex. Currently, this current login what you are is, you are on the Alex login, but as Anya Singh, yeah, you have come into her login, into his ID. Anya Singh on Alex has logged into the system. If you want to come back, just click on become self. You will be back into your ID. So that is how proxy now as such that will basically help us. Yeah.
Yeah, Rupa here. this facility is available in production server also?
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying. This is something that will be restricted only at a super admin level. We don't give it to the normal employees. That is a system
But
feature,
if
not specific
if
to
super
production
admin is
development or anything.
if super admin is making any changes in any data, there will
Yeah,
be log of it or some audit trial for that.
absolutely. Absolutely. Any approvals that they are doing on this proxy feature, any data changes they are doing through this proxy feature, the way how the system showed it as Anya Singh on behalf of Alex. So it clearly showed as last change in Anya Singh on behalf of Alex. It will clearly show that.
Oh,
It doesn't say that the last changed by Anya Singh. It doesn't say as last changed by Alex. It says as last changed by Anya Singh on behalf of Alex. Okay.
okay, okay. Yeah.
Can we extract a report on this basis?
Yeah, definitely you can.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is about this proxy functionality, guys. A simple, straightforward option, which is definitely something to be restricted at a super admin level only in the real time. Also, in the permissioning, we'll see it in the further sessions. Where in the yesterday when we are creating some permissions, we saw multiple checkboxes, right? Goals module, performance module, like level wise different checkboxes. Similarly, we'll have one category called system properties. Under system properties as an option, we'll have this options for proxy functionality, password reset, welcome mail, all this. So who should have that welcome mail triggering option, password reset option, this proxy option? These are all under a category called system properties. There, so there in the super admin role, we'll select those checkboxes so that only that super admin will have these options. Okay, that is the way. And now the next thing towards this is with respect to the themes, guys. That is the way how you can handle the look and feel of the success factors system is what we are now required to look at. So first thing is the logo of the customer. The logo of the customer. How do we handle the logo of the customer, and how do we handle the look and feel of this customer? All that. Say if you go for a concept called as theme, if you just search for theme, you get something called as theme manager, guys. Okay, so here under this manage themes in a page, it's a config page. Here you scroll down, you will have multiple themes that are standard success factors pre-delivered. So all these which are with the locked icon are all standard success factors pre-delivered themes. Okay, with the locked icon, what you see here, these are all SF pre-delivered themes. So any theme, end user, if they are not okay with this default theme, whatever I'm showing, if the customer wants to make any other changes, so that's matching their company's theme colors, their branding colors. Every company will have some theme colors as per their company logo and all. So as per that, if they want to go with some other themes, so among these various existing themes, we can ask them to just go for any of these themes, and against this theme at the ending, you have this try it out as an option. Try it out. So against any of these theme, if they just go for this try it out, the system will reload the complete page in the new theme. As per the new theme, his login will be changed. So that we can ask the, it's again something present only at a consultant level, at the admin level only. It is not available for the general users to change the themes. So whatever we fix one theme, only that they can use. It is what they can see. So end user cannot keep on changing their own themes. So admin level, whatever is the theme that is decided, that has to be seen by all the employees in the company. So to that admin team in the company, we ask them to make use of the existing themes. Whatever are the existing themes, against everything, you go here, do a try it out option. Just against everything, you have this try it out option. You go for the try it out and experience all the themes. In this theme, it's an orange colored highlighter lines that will be coming in with a dark blue color like this. Okay, and if you just go to the home page from this theme, so the logo placeholder, it's coming onto the right hand side. Previously, the success factors logo or the best run logo used to appear on the left hand side. Here it went onto the right hand side. So here, when I mouse over on it, each and every color in the background is changing into the orange color it is highlighting. Where in our previous theme, it used to be in a light gray color it used to highlight. So like this, internally also you'll find various differences. So like that, they can go for all the themes. They can experience in which theme what color combinations the system is giving for the headings, for the text, for the background color, for everything. Whatever are the different color combinations they can experience. In that process, whichever theme they have finalized, say example, they are good with this success factors, Fiori style, blue, something, so that they can set as default. So if we set this as default and save it, guys, from the next time, whenever anybody logs into the success factors system in their company, they will experience the system as per this login, as per this theme, success factors Fiori style theme. I just saved it. So now if I log out and log in back, from the next time I'll start seeing the system as per this theme. So this orange blue colored theme, orange dark background theme will not appear. So as per the standard Fiori success factors Fiori style, whatever is the theme that is being mentioned, as per that, what should be the color combinations that will display. So now I'm just logging into the system. So if you see this, so this is a color, this is a template, this is a login where it's a header level, it's all the light gray color header, and it's a sea green kind of a background color in each and every page of success factors, with the logo being present on the left hand top. Here there is a success factors logo with a very light background, that's why it's not appearing. So success factors logo is placed here on the left hand top. Okay, so this is one theme. So like this, the end user can choose whichever theme among the standard available themes that they want to use actually. Okay, and before further discussing on the theme, let me also show you the logo part. So if the customer specific logo has to be reflecting. So initially the success factors logo will be coming like this. In any fresh customer system, the default success factors logo is what it comes on the left hand top. If you want your customer specific logo to be loaded, so every customer will definitely wish to have their logo in the system. So if you just search with a keyword called as logo, gentlemen, so you get this upload company logo as an option. The second one, logo, in this logo search, the second one, upload company logo. So here in this, when you go for upload company logo, you will have an option to upload a logo, where when you're uploading a logo, you are required to follow some specifications. Here at this line, at the ending, you have a small question mark kind of. When you just mouse over on this, it will give you some specifications. So the format of the file, the size of the image, the dimensions of the image, all that. So if you see the second line, at the ending of second line, it says the format such as the TIF.TIF.jpg.gif. So 3 formats is what it supports, and then the size should not be more than 1 MB, and the dimensions is 210 by 40 pixels. It should not exceed 210 by 40 pixels. So with these dimensions on specifications, if the customer is able to provide their logo, we can upload it here. And importantly, guys, we should not try to take the logos of the customer from Google. If you just type the company name and Google, if you Google it, you will be able to find the company logos, but we should not take it from there. So whatever logo with these specifications, customer has to provide us. The company logos or the trademark symbols, we should not try to tamper with them. So we should not try to change any formats, dimensioning, sizing, anything. With these specifications, once we give it to the project team has to give us this, and whatever they give, we upload it here. Okay, so in that regard, matching these specifications, I guess I should be having some logo here on my local drive. Just give me a moment, I'll just select something. So everyone is aware about the toothpaste brand in India or even multiple countries called Colgate. So I just have a logo of Colgate on my local drive here. Just give me a moment, I'll just select that. Yes, so I just have Colgate logo on my local drive, guys. So I just selected it and I've loaded it. So this is how it looks like, the Colgate logo with these dimensions, image formats, all that. I just save it. Once I upload, I save it. Now, if you want to experience this logo, you just have to log out of the system once and log in back, guys. So you just log out of the SuccessFactors system. So right from the login page, once if you log out, it shows you the login page again, right? Right from the login page, it starts reflecting the latest logo. That is the Colgate logo. You see this? The latest logo, the Colgate logo. So now if you are implementing SuccessFactors for this Colgate as a customer, so their logo starts reflecting. You just log in into the system. In each and every page on the left hand top corner, you will start seeing this Colgate as a logo. Right from the home page, any page you navigate, you will start seeing. So if I go to the admin center also, it will stay on the left hand top. The header level, it will not change. It will still come here on the left hand top, like this. So that is how we can upload the customer specific logo in the SuccessFactors instance system. So this is also kind of a platform specific things what we are now discussing. So this way. So themes, among the available themes, they can use the try it out option against all the themes. Whichever theme they feel that is good for them, they can set that as a default theme and they can set their theme. And the logo, using upload company logo as an option, they can upload the customer specific logo here. So going further in the themes, here under the theme manager, so all these are the various standard themes you have, where you have this try it out option. Whichever theme you are good to use, you felt good to use, you set it as default and saved it. So now any employee using the SuccessFactors system, as per this theme, whatever are the color combinations, backgrounds, headers, anything, they see as per that. Now if a customer says, with respect to colors, among the standard SF delivered 2025 themes, we got one theme, but completely not as our requirement. So one theme is near to our requirement, we still need some changes to be done on it. So then we have an option to duplicate any of these standard themes. You can make a copy of that themes and you can make the changes. So standard themes, you cannot edit it. They are all locked actually. You can make a copy of that theme. It's a save as copy kind of. In that version, you can make your required changes. And once that you are okay with that, modified theme, if you want to set that as default, you can set. So in that way, here in the system on the top, around 7 to 8 themes are created by different participants previously. These are all that. Okay. So whichever theme that you have copied, it will appear like this as a hyperlink, and you will even get an option to delete it. A custom created theme can even be deleted, but a standard theme, you don't get a delete option. You can maximum duplicate and create another copy of it. That is it. So in that regard, if we are required to make a copy of any of the standard theme and make any changes, guys, just go to any of that theme, just click on duplicate, and you duplicate it. Copy of, system will automatically give a name as copy of the standard name. So here the theme name is what it comes, copy of light header, screen width, whatever you see, that is a standard theme name. So copy of is what it will add, and it will create a new theme. If you want to change the name, you can change it as per your requirement. And here at the bottom, you will have the various functionality, various options to change any, to make any changes with respect to the appearance of this theme actually. Here on the right hand side, here you will have the preview of whatever changes you are doing. Here on the left hand side, you have this fine tune as an options, multiple fine tuning options you will find here. So you, with all these options, you can handle the preview of your system the way how you want it. Say example, here you have something called as background level. If a customer wants to have any text, any different background, so here you have select texture image. I select this. So if you see this background, it got highlighted in a metallic dark. If I change it to, instead of metallic dark, some metallic diagonal stripes light, it will change into a different background. Or else it's some sandy dark, a different background. Like the system will automatically have this option of changing the backgrounds based on the texture images that you are selecting. Or else if a customer want to have some background image to be displayed, their company specific any images to be displayed in the background, so either they can give us that image and we can directly upload it here, upload an image using this option, you can upload it, or they can host that image somewhere in the internet and they can give us that URL of that image, the public URL of that image, they can give it, so we can host that URL as well. So that are the different options. And then apart from background, header background also have an option, guys. This header, this light gray or bluish shade, whatever you're seeing on the top, so this is a header area they call. For this header background also, say example, you have default color, means here you can choose it. So if you want, this is in the current this color, you want to change it to the sea green kind of a shade, change, you drag it and drop it, click on apply, system will automatically change it like this. So like this, we have multiple color areas. So the red area, pink, violet, purple, blue, sky blue, green, dark green, all these areas, the rainbow colors, the what do we have? So all the shades of it, we have it. So we can choose as per our requirement, whichever will be fine for our requirement. Click on apply. System will accordingly change it. The header level and the background level. That's a normal background. This is a header background, like that. And then you have options with respect to placemat. That is, placemat is basically with respect to the page headings and all. Wherever in every page when you open that page related, some headings will be displayed, guys. Say example, in this there is a page heading which is page title. When you selected this dark background, the black color text is not visible in this page heading. So that page headings related color, if you are required to change, so then here you can make use of this placemat, where the page title color, which is currently given as black, you wanted to change it to white for a better visibility. Click on apply. The page title starts appearing in white. So matching your color, what will be the good color for the text and all, we can have that color choices that here, guys. Page title color like this. Okay, and then like this, we have multiple options. It's all about trial and error. We'll just make a change of a color, how it will reflect, we'll look at it. If here you're not satisfied, save this theme, set that as a theme and execute and see it how it appearing on all the screens. If you are fine, okay, else again we come back and we make the changes. It's all about a trial and error business that goes on. And next you have module picker. Module picker is nothing but this, guys, the drop down where you see the list of all the modules, right? So this is a module picker, we say. Okay, here in this also we have different things. Label text color default, that is here by default that module picker as a label, it's in black color. It's in black color. If you want that to be shown in this red color, say by default, I click on apply, the module picker as a word starts appearing in red. When I mouse over on it, it is appearing in some again it's a dark black color, it's updating when I mouse over on it. So that is label text color hover when I mouse over here. So when I just select it, now if I want, whenever I mouse over, if it has to turn into say example into some blue shade or this navy blue kind of some shade, click on apply. So now when you mouse over on it, it turns into that navy blue shade like that. And when you navigate through this, the way how we are seeing this light gray colored background, when whichever is getting highlighted, so like even for that label text color active background colors like this, you have different options, guys. So whenever I just click on background color hover, if I want to change it to some red color, so now here you see this, when I just select it, when I hover, the background color is changing into that red color like this. So you can make use of all these various options on the left hand side using module picker, and you can experience them. Whatever change you do, immediately system will start reflecting across all these areas. What are the relevant areas, it will make the changes. And then one more good option we have is with respect to buttons. So in every page of the system, you will have two buttons commonly. So if it is a workflow, you have a approve, reject, or approve, decline. Okay, save, cancel, yes, no, like that. We have two different buttons every time. So one is a primary, another is a secondary. We say that approve is a primary, reject is a secondary, yes is primary, no is secondary, like that. Save, cancel, save is primary, like that. So for handling the primary button, secondary button will every time with this light gray color mode, but for the primary color we can make use of different options. different color combinations. So it's now in this current theme, it is given with light blue color with a black text. When I mouse over, it's going in a darker blue color with the same black text. So that I can handle here. If I'm interested to see the background color default instead of blue, I want to see it in some yellow shade like this. It turns. Okay, now when I mouse over, it's coming into blue, but if I want to turn into darker shade of yellow, so here background color hover, again go back to yellow, some dark shade kind of. So if I go, that highlights like this, dark shade like this. Even the text color, so this text color is in black. If I want the text color to be in some red, say, so by default it's in red. When I mouse over, it is going into black again, the primary word as a text. So if I want that to be in this blue shade example, I'm very bad at colors, guys, please don't mind, I'm just showing you the concept. So now the text turns into the blue like this. So this is a way you have an option to fine tune the theme. So whichever the standard SuccessFactors pre-delivered theme, customer specific, any fine tunings to be done using these options of fine tune, we can make use of all these various categories, and it's all about trial and error through which we can enhance this. But basic important point to be remembered here, guys, it's any small things to be handled only we as a business consultants will do this. If it's a complete revamping of the theme, complete scratch level, they are making every minute change and all, we can definitely say that we'll ask somebody to be nominated from their internal branding teams. So every company, every large enterprises will have their internal branding, marketing, communications teams and all. So we can ask them to nominate somebody from that team. So the way how I am showing you this feature of this tool, we'll explain them, we'll train them on it just for half an hour. If we explain all these features, we'll ask them to create their own theme. We give you one ID, you create your own theme with all your color combinations, changes, whatever you want. Once you are done with your theme, you're okay with the theme that you have prepared, tell it to us, we'll set it as a default theme. So we are not designers, we need not go into this designing of it. So it's any minimal changes is what we make a duplicate copy of the standard and we do it. So it's a complete revamping of the theme, which is a very minute level. So we are not designers, we don't deal with it. It's the customer's responsibility to design their own theme with all the color changes, whatever they want to make. Okay, so that is how it happens in the real time. So this way, once you're done with all your changes to the theme, whatever you want to make, if you're good with this look and feel, say, just go to the bottom, click on save. So this is a theme that is getting ready in the name of copy of light header, screen width and all. So now if you just go to this manage themes, back into the themes page, so that latest created theme will come here on the top like this, copy of light header theme, whatever. You are okay with this, just set this default and save the page at the bottom. At the bottom, save this page. So this is the way how you can create your theme with making the changes to the standard theme. Copy of it is what you can do. You can make the required changes and you can set that as a default, guys. So this is the options that we handle with respect to themes, where we have standard themes. Either I can make that as any among the standard 20 to 25 standard themes, whichever I feel good, I can make that as default, or else make a copy of it and make whatever changes I make it. If I'm okay with that, I will set that as a default, either of the ways. Where in this option till here, you see that whatever theme we set as default, that is appearing to all the employees of the company. Either if it is company implemented for only one country, or if they have implemented for multinational, like they have implemented for US business, India business, Australia business, like that. So it's a common theme across. But if a customer want to have a theme department specific or location specific or division specific, division is one more area. Say apart from the way you have locations and departments, division is one more terminology we see in SuccessFactors. When we start with Employee Central, we understand that. So division specific, department specific and location specific also you can have themes. That is, whereas instead of default, against every theme you get this drop down, guys. In this drop down you are getting some list of departments: finance, executive office, sales, IT, manufacturing, multiple departments. So if you have to say this demo SF has a theme, if it has to be given for 3 departments in randomly. Okay, and then some other theme coming down, some NGD master theme, something is given, that is for few other departments. Sorry. That is for few other departments. So for 3 departments that has been given. Like this, if you want to give the themes department specific, for these 3 departments, this is a theme applicable. For employees of these 3 departments, some other theme applicable. Like that, if you want to give, even that you can do. So whenever we have this kind of selections made, the default will be overridden, guys. System will not refer this. System will respect this first. So for all the employees of this department, these 3 departments, this theme is applicable. For the other 3 departments, the other theme is applicable, like that. If you did not select any department, say example for here 3 and at the bottom other 6 departments you selected, the remaining other departments for which departments you did not select anything, for them department the default one will be applicable. Out of 20-30 themes in this, out of 20 to 30 departments in the system, I have selected for only 6. For these 3, this is the one. For these 3, this is the one. For rest of the 24 departments, we'll go with the default theme. That way. Okay. So this way, so we'll also have an option to choose department wise. But here it is showing departments. If I want to have location based or division based, so here at one point of time we'll have only one thing, either completely department based or completely location based or division based kind of. So here this drop down, what it should come, either departments list should come or location list should come or divisions list should come, is what we are required to first decide. So that decision factor will be in the provisioning system. So once a customer confirms or based on which they want to follow with their themes, so that is a parameter we are required to set in the provisioning system, guys. In the provisioning, we have a parameter where I have to choose this division or department or location. So whatever I choose there, as per that, the drop down appears here in the front end. So I'll just log in into the provisioning and show you where that can be found. So I just logged into the provisioning, guys. So in this, I'm just clicking on the hyperlink of the company name. Once we click on that and we enter into the company specific page, we know that we have a lot of activations that we can be doing under company settings, the language packs, modules, features, functionalities, hundreds of checkboxes you have under this very first company settings, right? Under the same thing, we even find a place where this theme parameter can also be set. We just go under this company settings. So here under this hundreds of checkboxes that you see here in this page, you search with the keyword as theme. I'm searching with the keyword as theme here, Control F search. So here it is the word. Field user to group users to themes, division based or department based or location based. Here whatever I select, here if I choose location and if I save it, so in the front end from the next moment system will start showing the list of locations here. So in the provisioning level is where we have that triggering point, whether that drop down should be list of departments or divisions or locations. So it is possible to differentiate the theme only on these 3 parameters, any of these 3 at one point of time. We can't have any other parameters like pay grade based, gender based, nationality based, country based. You don't have anything. The customer asks anything other than these 3, the only simple answer is we don't have it as per standard as provided. Well, these are the only 3 options. If you want any of these 3, we can use it, else we'll go with the standard default one. So that is what we recommend to the customers. Whatever you choose here, that list will come and you can assign as per that. So that way, specific to department, division or location, or directly going with the default theme, whichever the way they want, we can set it and click on save at the bottom. So this is how the theme manager as a concept works, guys. So you just have to search with the keyword as theme here on the top. It will bring you to this theme manager where all this list of standard success factors pre-delivered 20 to 25 themes will be there. Any questions here?
I was referring to one of the documents which says that the latest theme is the Fury based theme, and we are looking into the V12. So which one is the latest one? I mean, is it that V12 has been replaced with Theory based, or I am wrong? I mean,
no. Where did I show you V12 Furies and all? Here, where did I show you the V12 the latest one that we are using?
No. I read it into one of the documents shared to us.
That's not about that, Poonam. I'm saying here you are saying we are referring to V12. What is that V12?
I mean, into the provisioning part where we look for this drop down option, there was V12 theme.
This is the one, version V12. This is
Yeah.
the complete UI. V12 is a version of UI. It's not about one theme. Theme is different, UI is different. Complete current UI of the SuccessFactors system, the look and feel, the complete UI of the system is different. Theme is different. Okay, UI revamping that happens years to years whenever the system is to, so the customer wants to, I mean, the SuccessFactors wants to revamp the look and feel of the system, they update it. So currently the UI is something version 12 of the UI, which has been released in 2016. The current look and feel of the system with respect to the screen fields, the sizing, all that what we see. Theme is different, the color combinations. Theme is the color combinations. That is the Fury one, which is you're referring it as the standard Fury one, this one. Okay. So that is totally two different things. Themes, they keep on adding. So initially we used to have only 5 themes in 2013, 14 and all. Where year by year they are just adding up new themes, and currently we have up to 20 to 25 themes in the system. Okay. Any other queries, guys? Okay. So most of the time, these things, whatever we have been now looking, guys, the themes or the options with respect to password resets and sending welcome mails, all these things, most of the time, the EC consultant will be taking the responsibility, guys. So if there is a project with EC, employee will be the first person that will be responsible for designing the customer's theme, customer logo upload, initially on the go live date, triggering the welcome mail to all the people. That will be normally taken by the EC consultant. Okay, more that is the industry practice. It has become like that. It's not, there is now nowhere that SAP has mentioned that EC consultant only has to take care, but it has become a tradition that EC consultant, the main consultant, will take care. It kind of. If you don't have EC, if it's other modules, the employee center, I mean, it's apart from EC like recruitment, PMG, many other modules, it's the project manager's call. So whoever among them he wish to take care of these things, they can take care. Okay, but most of the time, if EC is there, EC consultant will be the primary one who will be responsible for handling these things. Okay, so that is how it functions in the real time. And next, after all these guys, what we are required to look at is in every employee profile level. Say example, now if you go through this my employee file, you will be looking into your own profile, guys. You know that you will have all the sections of your information that will be shown. But if you search for anybody else, say if I search for Alex profile here on the top, okay, Alex. So Alex as an employee, his profile is what system will open. It's just his employee file with what all information of Alex that has been stored in the system. That Alex profile will be showing up here in the system. Login is not changing. It's just you are searching for somebody else in the company and seeing whatever data that you are authorized to see on their profile. Their employee file is what you are looking at. Previously, what I have done, that right hand top corner, when I went for this proxy option, it's completely I'm logging into Alex login. That's the difference you are required to understand. Proxy is where I logged in into Alex ID, but here I'm in my login only. I just opened Alex profile. Okay, so here I will see various informations. Whatever information I am authorized to see in his login, I'll be able to see. As Anya Singh is a super admin, she'll be able to see complete information of Alex, where in the real time, based on permissions, we can restrict whether the salary components should be seen by this user or not, the time leave balances of this user should be seen or not. Like this, we can control it. So in that regard, when you have multiple sections of information, you have an area called as badges, guys. Badges. So badges is a section that anybody can use this section as a place of token of appreciations. So if you want to award any appreciation token for this user, it's a badge. You just click on this give a badge. We have this option called you have done a great work. You are a team player. You're an amazing co-worker. Thank you, welcome, like this different tokens. standard success factors pre-delivered tokens, like around 8 tokens are pre-delivered. We can make use of this. So if you want to say you're a nice person, just select this token and any text you want to type it and click on submit. So that token will be assigned on this employee's profile. That is, Anya Singh has given him a profile called Anya Singh has given him a token called nice person, a badge called nice person, with some comment on this date she has given it. Like this, anybody visiting your profile, they can give you these kinds of some positive tokens, to positive badges. Basically, it's a token of appreciation, we can call. Some badges can be given, so that tomorrow anybody looking at your profile, that will give you a positive impact. So these many people are appreciating him. They are saying he's a good team player, he's good at his work, like that, different things, whatever they can see. That's a kind of an appreciation platform that SuccessFactors gives you. Nothing is linked with the employee performance ratings, salary hikes and all here. It's just a platform. Like in these days, we got this option in even in LinkedIn. So you can thank anybody in LinkedIn using that similar kind of badges, kind of a concept in LinkedIn also. So similar way here in SuccessFactors we have this. So that tomorrow Alex, when he logs into his own profile, he can see this. So who has given him a badge, what is the badge that they have given, on which date they have given, what is the comment they are saying. He can look into it. If he's okay, he can leave it. If he's not happy with that badge, if he wants that to be removed, he can remove it. The person who gave this badge, Anya Singh, she can also remove it at any point of time. And the person Alex, if he's not interested to have that badge on his profile also, he can remove it. It's up to him. Like that. So any employee in a company can give the badge to anybody else in the company. Okay, but whenever I see it my own profile, I will not have this give badge as an option. If anybody gave me a badge, I will be able to see. Okay, say now if I go for this Alex login, I'm logging in as Alex into the system now. So how this will appear to Alex, let me show you. So now Anya Singh is having a give badge option, but Alex will not have that give badge option because he can't give it on his own profile. So now I'm into Alex login, where I'm going into employee file. Hence his own profile will open up. And here do a search in the name of badges. You will find that section. So this is a section where the badge that has been given to him by Anya Singh, it is appearing here. He will not have an option to give a badge here. Give badge option is not appearing here. So this is the way he can see whatever badges that were given to him by different people. Okay, now if he wants to give a badge to Anya Singh, so he can, from his login, he can search for Anya Singh. Going to Anya Singh's profile, now he will get a button called give badge to Anya Singh. Okay, he's not having authorization to see other information of Anya Singh. He's able to see only the personal information block, only this limited block. Let me go back to his own login and his own profile. So permissions are restricting, guys. Alex cannot see Anya Singh's data, where Anya Singh is able to see complete data of Alex, but Alex can see only one part, the contact information of Anya Singh only. Instead of Anya Singh, let us see Alex can give it to anybody else. Not sure whose access Alex is having. Let me search for Sydney Battle. Yeah, so Alex is not having proper authorizations in the system, guys. He is only able to see the contact information block of others users, so he cannot give the badges. So it's all about the permissioning. So who are given an authorization to access the other sections of information on the other employees profile, they only can give the badges. So Alex is not given authorization to see other information like salary details, employee badges section, salary information, time details of other employees. Alex is not authorized to see. That's why the other sections are not appearing. But Anya Singh, being a super admin, she has the complete access. She is able to navigate to anybody's profile and she is able to assign the badge. So that way the permissioning also we can control who can see what sections of information on others profiles can be completely restricted. So this is how the badge giving option is seen, which is the end user thing. An end user, how they can give the badges is what we saw. But as a consultant, what we can do is to search for this keyword as badge, you get this concept called manage badges. Manage badges, if you go for that. So here are the standard success factors pre-delivered 8 badges. If a customer wants to have any other badges apart from these badges, any other badges, here you have a create new badge as an option. So we can add that new badge. You can give a name to that badge, and you can upload an icon like this kind of an icon, whatever you want for this badge. But for that, you are required to follow some dimensions. The specifications like it should be with a size of minimum 85 by 85 dimension, 85 by 85 pixel, and here the maximum file size as 2 MB. We are required to have this icon prepared with these specifications with respect to dimensions and the size. If a customer is able to give us some image kind of a thing with these specifications, we'll be able to upload it here. We need not create any badges or any images. Whatever they want to prepare, it's their responsibility and to prepare and give it us. We just have to upload it here in the system. But at any point of time, guys, here if you see this, up to 8 badges can be enabled at one point of time. You see this? Up to 8 badges can be enabled at one point of time is the point. So that is, now if I want to have a new badge that has to be appearing on the front end, I have to deactivate any of the existing badges. If I don't want this welcome badge, just a single click, this will be deactivated. So the new badge, whatever I add, that can be activated. So like that, at any point of time, system can have only 8 badges on the front end. So if you want to have any new badge, you are required to deactivate the existing badges. Just with a single click, activation and deactivation will happen like this, just with a single click. So that is one thing. So here, using that activation, deactivation, creating any new badges, and you save it. Whatever badges you finalize, you created a new badge, that will appear on the front end to the end users. When they click on this give badge as an option in that pop-up, apart from these whichever you deactivate, in that place the newly created one will appear. That is the way. So this is one more platform, success factors platform specific feature. Nothing specific to any EC, PMGM, any module, platform specific. So till this point of time, whatever we have been discussing in last 1 week of sessions, these are all the success factors platform specific features, guys, completely. Okay, these are all what we call as introduction to mastery concepts. Introduction to mastery, all this. Whereas from our session on coming Monday is where we are going to get started with our employee central specific sessions. The module specific is where we are going to that training in the from the Monday session. On the Monday session, first we start with some prerequisite discussion on the employee central module to start with. What is a prerequisite topic? And a basic high level structure of EC is what we start. Slowly that will be gearing up, going into the data models, the structures, internal structures of EC, all that. So from Monday is where we are going to start with employee central, guys. So till this badges, these are all the various topics that will come under the introduction to mastery that we are required to deal with. Any questions here? Those badges?
I have a question.
Yeah, Manisha.
Suresh, all these topics which we saw in Introduction to Mastery, any of the topic questions comes for the certification, or it is good for our understanding?
Not at all. These are not for certification. These are for real-time handling. Whenever you are allocated to a project, apart from module, you are required to handle all this. How to set up a customer's theme, logo, this badges concept. Okay, all these are the various things that every consultant, not specific to any module consultant should be aware of all these things. The home page, how do we set up? How do we load the basic users into the system? Permissioning model, everything. It's common for everybody. Okay. So all these topics what we have discussed are not anything certification specific we are not looking at. For real time specific is what we are looking at. Okay.
Okay, Suresh, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess yesterday's permissioning concept documents were not received to all of you guys. So I'll make sure that will be sent tonight, along with today's topics level. Also, few more documents you'll be receiving. So you guys can keep practicing in the weekend when the login ID is given to you. And on the Monday session, as just mentioned, we'll start with our employee central introductions. Okay. And few of you guys, Vandana, I guess you have joined today itself, right? So you will be getting the recordings and the materials of the sessions what we have done till now. So these are all the basics as you have been hearing me. So it's all the basics, platform specific things is what we are looking at till now. So from next session on Monday is where we are going to actual module specific training. So if you have any queries on this, you can just go through that recordings. Any questions you can ask us. Okay, you can get in touch with Ashok and Naresh, they'll support you. Okay, so you will definitely understand all the things what we have covered in last 5-6 sessions. It's all the basics, self-explanatory, not so complex. Okay, if you have still anything, you can definitely get in touch with me. Okay, Vandana, are you able to speak now at least? I'm not. Oh, 1 second, Rupa. Vandana, are you able to hear me? I mean, are you able to speak up? Okay, so Vandana, still I'm not able to hear from you. If you have any audio issue, just get that rectified by the next session. Yeah, Rupa, please.
Yes, Suresh, I was just going through the mails what you have sent me.
Okay.
I got recordings only for first 3 days, and then
Rupa,
I believe.
Rupa, let us discuss all that things out of the session. Anything specific to questions of the topics only discuss it.
No.
Okay.
No. I'll take this later on. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody has any questions on the last 6 sessions that we have been discussing, guys, on various introduction to mastery topics? Great, guys. So please go start accessing the system, practice with the various documents that I'm sharing it to you, explore the system, navigate to different paths. Okay, explore the system, get used with the system. Okay, practice the basic things whatever we have been discussing. Okay, so anything that you have any questions during this weekend, it's a good time to practice. On Monday we can definitely take all your questions and then we can enter into the employee central. Okay, so but you need not take it more deep diving, guys. It's all about the basic sessions. So there's nothing into certification. This is all for your information and to get easy onboarding into the success factor system. Navigations and all is what we concentrate on this initial 5 to 6 sessions what we are dealing with. So this makes you habituated to use the system, navigate in the system and all. The core configurations are only coming in from Monday. Okay, great. Fine, gentlemen. Thank you one and all. Have a nice evening. Have a nice weekend. Let's connect back on Monday.
Yeah. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thanks, Suresh. Have a nice weekend. Bye.
Thank you, guys.